Hey, yo, Dre, you ready?
Yes, sir. Let's get it.
Let's go get him.
Just to play in the game, we don't make the rules. We keep it real around here, we don't make the rules. Hot takes every day, we don't make the rules. When you do what it takes, you can never lose. Just to play in the game, we don't make the rules. We keep it real around here, we don't make the rules. Hot takes every day, we don't make the rules. When you do what it takes, you can never lose. Coming live from the 323, hiya, that's my dog Big Beav. It's Mr. BB coming live every week. And Dre always got the
Hey,
aroma. When breathing the air in California, now it's on ya. We fogging it up like it's
all right. We back.
All right.
With another episode of the We Don't Make the Rules podcast, brought to you by Papa John's, only on the Good News Radio app, TGN Sports on TGN Talk. Be sure to support Papa John's store number 4904. Try the Epic Stuffed Crust Pizza for only $13, okay? Or use the online code PJ Rules, okay, for a 30% off discount, okay? Only valid on regular menu price items, exclusive at location 6520 Crenshaw Boulevard, okay? Order through the Papa John's app or on papajohns.com, okay? And follow them on Instagram so that way you keep up with any deals that they spontaneously have throughout the week at Papa John's 4904, okay? Also, be sure to keep up with our other sponsor, Cobb Phillips, man. Those people at Cobb Phillips and Associates, okay? Your small business runs because you make it run. From handling the day-to-day to the year-to-year, you must be on top of everything, and that includes accounting, okay? At Cobb Phillips and Associates, accounting is our business because your business is your livelihood. From bookkeeping to taxes, we have you covered, okay? So leave the accounting to us while you do what you do best. Run your business. Email them at info@cobbphillips.com or book an appointment on the web at www.cobbphillips.com, man. And if you can see, it's your guy Felix, aka Mr. BB. That's me, and I got some great guys with me, man. What's up, Big Beav? How you doing? Oh,
it's a big space, a big void.
So it's a huge hole to fill, huh?
I just feel it's a little bit more peaceful in here, you know. No violence coming through the door.
Less violence.
Yeah. I was at ease pulling up to the studio today,
but of course I got my guy Big Draco in the building, man.
What's happening, man? You see the shirt, be the change, man. Shout out to Moms for this shirt. But, you know, I'm feeling good, happy to be here, blessed to be here in the flesh.
I feel you, man. How was the week? How was your week?
Man, I am so happy June is over with. I feel like I was outside every weekend. Pool party, like picnics, live show. We was outside in June. You hear me?
June was great, man.
Man,
we a whole lot of life. More to go, right?
Oh, yeah.
6
more
months
life, more
year.
Life. We on the back half.
This last week was really good. Really slow at work as well. Like the school semester just started, so everybody is already in their classes and settled. Nobody trying to drop classes no more. You know what I mean? Like,
hey, that's good for you because the kids I work with just got out of school. They all hit their summer break, so ain't nobody tripping. We go by slow if they want to.
Right. You ain't got nowhere to really be.
Are you happy for me? Are you happy for me?
Exactly. Hey, man, and if you're watching on YouTube, you can see we got new digs, man. You can see the new studio. Shout out to Keith and the Good News Radio, man. Michael and Jackie, man, they put in a lot of work to get this studio, man. They always transforming some stuff, man, and we get to reap the benefits. Yeah. So we always appreciate them.
I can't wait for B to come and put his feet on the couch.
Right, we always appreciate them for what they do, man, up here. And I'm excited, man. This is really nice.
Oh, yeah, man. I love not being behind that big table no more.
Right,
man. My knees get to breathe. You see the knees out, daddy. You been
right. I'm glad you got lotion on, cause
man,
that's important. A lot of dudes don't realize. Like,
I stay oiled up, you know, with the finest of oils, you know.
Yeah, but the key is like, yes, you got to put lotion on, but you got to mix it with that body oil. When you get that body oil and that lotion mix, ain't no way you can be ashy, man.
Oh, for sure. You know,
that's a life hack.
You know, take care of your skin with the finest nectars. You feel me? The nectars of the nectars of nature. You feel me?
Exactly.
Hey, I don't know. That word sound good though. Nectar, like get that nectar off that.
Sound freaky.
Hey.
But also, man, coming up, man, we got our fantasy football league is back, man.
Yes,
I'm excited.
Oh, me too. I should have brought my trophy. I'm gonna bring it next week.
So yeah, we'll be announcing this week how you can join our fantasy football league this year. Hopefully, Beav can make the draft because last year he claimed that everybody was cheating because he didn't make the draft. Also, just so y'all know ahead of time, we do an auto select draft. All right, I don't know. We don't put the order out. All right, we don't create the order. Last year they were saying I cheated because I got the first pick overall, and that was not the case. Okay. So
I don't care about the draft last year. I ended up winning. So you feel me? I can't wait. I don't care about the draft. Let's just get to the season.
It's gonna be a good time, man. I can't wait. We always have a good time. It's a lot of good trash talk in that fantasy football league, man. And yeah, man, I'm excited about that to be able to bring that back. This is the last month without football.
Yeah, I'm ready to defend my title, man. It's like the first time, like, okay. Now everybody watching me, you know.
Man, it's not easy. I'm gonna tell you, it's not easy to try and repeat.
Hey, that back to back is something different.
I will say I tried it. All right, did not come out well.
Got your boots smoked
the entire season, like
the whole season. It was like
I was like, I don't even think I made the playoffs. Like it was that bad.
You won like 4 games.
Yeah, it was terrible. I thought I picked some bad bitches, and boy, they were bad. All right, but. What was it? What's that TikTok? It was like funny, but not funny. Haha, funny, weird. That's how I was looking at my team last year. Like, man, y'all tripping.
Like, these ain't my kids. I need more kids.
Right.
These ain't the ones I picked up from the hospital.
But also this week, man, did you get a chance to see Usher's Tiny Desk?
Oh man, it was amazing.
It was dope, right? Like. I knew he could sing, but I guess I don't always appreciate the greatness of some voices because I've never been the oh my god they can sing and they can't sing type person. Like I'm almost like naive to where if somebody believed in you enough to sign you, I think you can sing a little bit. If you can sing a little bit, you're good with me. Right, I can't sing a lick. It's one of those where it's like I'm not here to.
He got more than I got, so. Who am I to criticize?
Right, I'm not the one that's like they can't really sing.
Nah, hell not. But Ray J, cut that shit out. You son of a bitch. Hey, you been fooling us way too long. That one wish, you wasted it.
You wasted the wish. What he should have wished for?
A voice.
Oh damn! See, you cold for that, man.
He probably left him. Tell the babies, boy. Tell the babies, boy. Baby was born. No more singing for you, sir.
The cool part about it was though, like Usher's Tiny Desk, man. Black people never take things seriously, man. Have you seen the meme going around?
Oh yeah.
Watch this.
Watch this.
They couldn't wait.
They can't. Hey, but in all seriousness, it was a beautiful performance.
Definitely, man. It was dope. It was dope to see. Do you have any Tiny Desks that are your favorite? Do you watch Tiny Desks often? Or
yeah, I watched the Tiny Desk. Young Thugs was really good.
I gotta go check that one out.
I never watched that when they had them doing the quarantine special. Young Thug had a good one.
When they was doing it at like their houses.
At their houses for quarantine. That was a good one. A Boogie had a really good one during the quarantine period. So like,
I saw Roddy Rich's. His was pretty dope. Yeah. But do you have any other favorites like from the I guess the original set, or those was like the ones that stick out the most right now to you?
Those are the ones that stick out right now. But
I really enjoyed Mac Miller's, man. Rest in peace. His was really dope. It was an old one, but Miguel's was pretty cool. Tyler the Creator, his was really dope, where he like changed the lights and shit. Like that was really cool to see. I always enjoy when like the rappers go up there and show that they can.
Right. Oh, another one was Giveon. He didn't have the old setup, but he had like a concert.
Did he do
Nah, he was good. Like, he ain't had no problems. Oh, and Lucky Day did his. Yes, and he like the voices on these people are amazing. It's like, yo, God, hey,
right,
hey. You skip my whole family. Like, we ain't got nobody in the family that can sing like this.
Nobody in the race.
Hey, the boy,
he got a voice.
He might have one.
Oh snap!
He be in the car. He be in the car with the Bruno Mars.
Can't wait. So Anderson .Paak's Tiny Desk, dope.
Yeah,
Anderson .Paak is also one of my favorite live performers ever.
He is what they call different,
bruh.
Like you can't. It's different.
He was up there at the Forum a couple years ago. Was up on stage for almost 3 hours, man. Almost 3 hours, and could have kept going, bro. Could have kept going, and was super entertaining. Never a dull moment. You know what I'm saying? Like singing, dancing, playing instruments. Had guest people come out. Like it was amazing, man. It was one of those things. Are there any Tiny Desks where you feel like they should probably do it over?
Not any of the ones that I've been disappointed. I haven't been disappointed in anyone, but I would like to see this guy do one.
Oh, Dre, this guy right here. You want to see the boy?
Yeah.
You want to see him do Honestly Nevermind? Or
yes. No, not honestly.
You can't do that.
You got to do like Best I Ever Had. Start there and then like build it up.
That actually would be dope. Drake, get on that, man.
Drake,
do a
all the ones that I actually enjoy.
I think Rick Ross needs to do his over, man.
Oh yeah.
Rick Ross
dude hating on him. I don't know, like his
man. I don't know what that was going on in the back, man, but he got to do that over.
He needs to hire Eric Bellinger because Bellinger is killing it with Usher.
Exactly.
And hers was great too.
I said that. Yeah, hers was really dope.
I don't know if I missed that one.
I don't know if SZA did one. I would like to see SZA. It was so long ago. I think Miguel should do another one.
Rod Wave did one from the home concert, but I want to see him do one in the studio because his voice is like legendary. Like
I would like to see J. Cole do one.
Yeah,
that would be dope. J. Cole on Tiny Desk.
Because that's the thing. Like with rappers, is different because I just like to see them like with the breath control and like being able to enunciate every word. Like, because I be trying to rap some of their songs that I still can't do. Like my like,
you know who was a rapper that was really good too? Megan Thee Stallion. Her Tiny Desk was
actually. Oh yeah, she speak with her whole mouth.
Yeah. I don't even know what that means, but
like
but I kind of agree. Like
she gonna make sure her words.
Yeah, you can understand her words every word, right? You can understand.
Like she ain't somebody you want to argue with because her words hit. Okay,
and it's gonna cut deep, like
for real. Because she gonna tell you about yourself because she look flawless.
Exactly, man. But another thing that happened this past week, the BET Awards, man. Did you get a chance to check those out? I didn't watch it live.
I didn't watch it live because we were here.
I did go back and watch it over this week.
Yeah, I watched some of it. I saw the Diddy tribute.
Diddy the only person that's going to perform throughout the entire tribute. Like, usually they bring you out at the end.
Bro, we supposed to be celebrating you. He like, nah, it's good. I got it.
Usually they bring the person that's being honored at the end and they do a couple songs. Nah, he jumped in right after Jodeci.
He said, okay, my artist, then me. Okay, and then show another one of my artists, then me. Okay, another one of my artists, then me. We gonna keep going.
He definitely played into that. If you don't want your producer all in the videos, all on these songs.
I don't know what them white people doing up at BET, but they letting them shake ass. You hear me?
Let them shake ass. They cussing on TV, but I don't mind.
Yeah, because it was like, no, Nas, you are not gonna make it. You are not gonna make us look bad. We got to let them throw ass.
I saw somebody say that they added Billy Porter at the end just so they wouldn't look bad to Lil Nas X. Because, they did the Vogue and all that stuff. And I was like, y'all cold for that, man. Y'all could have just brought Lil Nas X up there, man.
Yeah, man.
Y'all got Jack Harlow to perform. Like,
y'all got all his homies. Like, everybody did a song with him this year.
Come on, man. But I do like how it looks like they're accepting the changing of the guard, so to speak. It was a lot of artists who had their first performance on the BET Awards. There are a few, I don't want to call them old artists, but there are a few more well-known artists that collaborated with younger artists. So like Mariah Carey came out with Lotto.
I mean, well, shit, they using their songs. Like, if you using my song, you could bring me out.
That's fair.
Like, if you use my song and
like,
you like, hey, I want you to come out at my performance. Guess what I'm gonna say? Hey,
I'm gonna say you should have to ask me. Like, or I should.
Yeah, like I cleared the record. The least you could do is clear me on your clear me at the performance.
Yeah. The funny thing was too, though, like I didn't see many people talking about it, but to see Brandy come out and do that freestyle over Jack Harlow's song, I was like, look at that. Jack know who Brandy is now. Like, I thought that was a cool moment. Because a lot of people thought it was like some type of beef or tension there, and it was just like, nah, man. Like, even with that whole situation, he just didn't know that Ray J and Brandy were brother and sister. Like, he knew who each of them were individually.
Right, like, because first of all, they don't go around saying Brandy Norwood and Ray J Norwood, okay? It's Brandy and Ray J. Nobody knows.
And I mean, he's like, what, 24, 25, so he wasn't around.
Right.
It was
it's just like
that Brandy's brother. Like,
bro, it's just like me and you. People see us in different rooms. They like, oh, and then when they see us, they're like, oh, now it makes sense.
Right,
like,
I see it now.
Like, let me put them in the same room. Okay, now it makes sense. Like,
like, oh yeah, y'all do look alike.
Like, Jack Harlow is not checking for Ray J and Brandy. Hey, but I tell you one thing, Chloe, they got the memo about this Coi Leray bullshit about somebody grabbing ass. So they was like, all right, we gonna put a blindfold on him and we go pick him. You ever almost knock yourself out? I'm getting used to the new setup, man. I ain't know.
That's sick, but yeah, they not only was he blindfolded though, he was hired. So it's different. It's a little bit different.
That's why you hired him.
I'm going to say, when you bring somebody on that stage, man, it's a little bit different.
Hey, man.
And this is not to say he was right, because he was wrong as hell.
Yeah.
But you do run the risk.
I ain't saying he right.
Right.
But I understand.
But come on, man.
That's what Chris Rock said.
Come on, man. Not funny, ha-ha. Funny, weird.
Yeah, you know. It get like that sometimes.
It's one of those things, man. But shout out to BT and the BT Awards, man.
Oh, and Kanye, we know you couldn't breathe, bro. We ain't gonna let you get out of here without talking about Kanye. You can tell he could barely breathe. He was breathing heavy through that. I
didn't understand that either, though. Like, because it's like Diddy's not dead. And they brought Babyface out to say some kind words, and they brought Kanye out to say some kind words, and then they gave him the award. And I was just like, what was the point of that? I ain't never seen nobody cut up there. And it was like, yeah, I'm going to have two people give this guy his flowers first, and then and then we're going to give him the award. You know what I'm saying? Like, It was kind of weird in the sense.
Kanye? What are you doing, Kanye? Who asked for this, Kanye?
I didn't ask for this. But let's move into what we here for, I guess. TGN Sports, man. It's the We Don't Make the Rules podcast, brought to you by Papa John's, man. Be sure to join the chat or call into the show, man. The number is right there on the bottom. Feel free to call in. But NBA free agency started this week, man. There's a lot of moves, a lot of young players getting max deals.
Billions of dollars in hand.
Man, look. Devin Booker got a max. Ja got a max. Bradley Beal got a max. Jokic got a max. You get a max. You get a max. You get a max.
Hey, yo.
You get a max.
Hey,
you know who don't get a max? DeAndre Ayton. God damn.
James Harden. God damn.
Do you think the Suns are making a mistake by not offering DeAndre Ayton a max extension?
Yes. Because
why?
You have to replace, like, it's hard. You can't replace size. You can't teach size. And, like, having a productive big man is underrated in the league, especially when the top MVP candidates were big men. So you want to have somebody who, like, even if they're not your best player, you have somebody who can meet them at the rim, so to speak. So with Jokic being top players, Giannis being top player, Embiid being top player, you want somebody like even if Ayton is not top player, he's 7 foot,
right?
That could guard against these top players. Yeah, you can't just find 7 feet on the side of the road. Like,
right.
Who are you gonna get to replace that? You see what Minnesota doing? Blowing it. Like, so yeah, you gotta have a, like, if not him, then who? Because
Devin Booker. Because Chris, they gave Devin Booker the max. That's all I'm saying. If you don't get a max to him, who you gonna give it to? Devin Booker.
Hey, Devin Booker gonna score all the points, but he gonna give up all the points. Ain't gonna be nobody stopping the points at the basket. Clearly,
but I get that because I agree in the sense that if for nothing else, DeAndre Ayton he kind of earned it. Like,
yeah, y'all went to the finals with him, man.
Right? You drafted him. He's homegrown. Yeah, he may not be an all-star, but I mean, he's definitely a focal point. He's definitely a core piece on your championship aspirations. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like it sets a bad precedent where it's just like, oh, only scorers get max deals with the Suns. Like, if I don't have a different skill set, I cannot be a max player. Like when you got Rudy Gobert out here with making $200-something million, and he can't score a bucket for you either.
Bruh,
like,
yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
he got no moves, zero,
none.
What is he doing?
But he makes $200 million a year as well. So it's just like, I feel like I'm at least on par with that. Yeah, I might not be defensive player of the year, but I'm not much worse than him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so if he's getting it, I should be able to get that.
For real. Like,
and on their championship run, I mean, in that playoffs, he was the best big man until he got against Giannis. Like, let's be real.
Mm-hmm. And
he outplayed AD.
And the thing is, before they got Chris Paul, he was averaging 20. He was averaging 20
and 10.
Seem
like only because Chris Paul.
Yeah, when that season when it ended in a bubble, he was averaging 20 and 10. But people seem to forget that because now he's pushed down the pecking order is Devin, and then Chris Paul got the ball, and then is whether or not Chris Paul want to shoot him the ball in the post.
Do I want to let you eat or no?
Right? And it's like, what is he supposed to do with that? So if I'm him, I'm looking elsewhere. I'm like, hey, who gonna give me a chance out here to be a guy?
And I mean, we spoke about it. There's been some trades made, some movement in the NBA since free agency began.
Another thing.
Go ahead.
Before we move on, like DeAndre Ayton look who he was drafted ahead of. Luka and Trae Young. He wanna actually have an opportunity to be the guy. Like,
right.
Like, come on, I'm number one pick. But these dudes is like they got the ball in their hand.
I'm gonna say it's different when you're a guard. You know what I'm saying? And you making all-star appearances.
Yeah,
you got the State Farm commercial. You know what I'm saying?
I'm 7 foot and I can average 20 and 10. Get me the ball. Like,
yeah, I'm Luka.
If this was Shaq NBA.
Oh yeah, man, he got that.
7 foot. You can't find 7 foot, bro. What y'all doing? We'll take him in Dallas.
That's your free agency pitch.
Yeah, we'll take him. We'll do something. We'll trade him for a couple dollars.
It might be a little bit, a few more dollars than that. But we spoke about him earlier, where Minnesota made a trade for Rudy Gobert.
What you call him?
I don't truly Rudy Gobert. I don't understand it. Like, you got Rudy Gobert and Karl Anthony Towns playing at the same time. Nasty work. I think it'll work in the regular season because it's regular season. But when you get to that playoff time, right, and the game truly slows down
in a series where you got to play this team, you just got to beat them 4 times.
It'll be good for the first 44 minutes, 45 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
But
that last 5 minutes, man, where teams are gonna go small and they're gonna go 5 out, and they're gonna make
put their
Rudy
best
Gobert
shooters out there.
They're gonna put the ball at the top of the key, and they're gonna make Rudy Gobert have to guard the short corner. And it's not his natural instinct to guard the short corner. You're gonna have to pay for that.
Yeah. You have to answer for the sins of others.
What? When they keep hitting threes on your head top, like,
this what they was doing in Utah.
Man, look. Hey, shout out to DJ Keezy in the chat. He said, "Pay Ayton." We agree, man. You gotta pay that man.
Like, it's certain things you gotta stop playing with people. Like,
at what point?
Yeah, because like that's the thing. Like these non-free agent places, you need to pay to keep your talent. Dallas better not ever let Luka see free agency.
Oh yeah.
Memphis, you better not ever let Ja see free agency. Because if you do that, you already lost.
Wrap.
You already lost. Like, do not let your best players even see that.
Right before when they realize, it's like that out here.
Right. Oh, y'all moving funny? Y'all moving funny? It's time for me to get paid?
Hey, man, look, you saw what happened with LeBron. Right. He dipped.
And like, all I do is play basketball. Y'all see the owner. Pay me my money. Why he get his money? Like, he get paid after every game.
You gotta go super hard, man. And that's why I respect what the Bucks did. You know what I'm saying? And please understand that we are not saying that certain players are on that level, but it's the fact that certain markets cannot afford to let certain players go because it'll be a while before you get that back. Mm-hmm. Like, I was even talking to Malachi DJ Keezy in the chat earlier, and I was like, who are the Suns going to trot out there? And I was like, you going to trot out JaVale McGee? And he was like, oh, McGee gone already.
Yeah,
like,
hello. Hey, JaVale.
Right.
We like you down here in Dallas, boy.
So it's just like,
a couple lobs from Luka.
Who are you going to put out? Like, I think they get Saric back, I think, after that injury. But, I mean, he was never a starter. So if you lose him, what are you truly going to do at that 5 spot? Where you have somebody that was, I would say, an elite rebounder and at least a formidable presence in the paint.
You got Biyombo.
Bismack Biyombo, he gonna slap somebody. Hey, Biyombo is ready to slap box. He is not playing with y'all.
He don't play that Sun shit. Like, what you mean?
Right.
I am one of 35. Who is my daddy?
Exactly, man. But it's the We Don't Make the Rules podcast, brought to you by Papa John's, man. When we come back, all right, we will discuss what's going on in Brooklyn with KD and Kyrie, man.
Is Brooklyn in the house?
All right, you make sure you keep it locked. It's the We Don't Make the Rules podcast, brought to you by Papa John's, man. We'll be right back. And welcome back to the We Don't Make the Rules podcast, brought to you by Papa John's, man. Store number 4904. Before the break, man, we were discussing NBA free agency, and we had a comment during break. DJ Keezy says Suns might take a look at Dwight Howard or Boogie. What do you think? You think they might fit in Phoenix?
Yeah, they fit, but that ain't 20 and 10. They probably 20 and 10 together.
Together, yeah.
Like, I got one dude that could do both of that. Like, come on. Like, why would I?
That's
like,
fair. That's fair.
Pay your young talent, and let the veterans be the filler. Like, come on. You got to pay that man.
Let them play 10 minutes apiece, or
yeah, like you got to split the production of one in two. Like, that's ridiculous. When I got one person that could do it both.
Yeah, it's cutting the nose just spite the face.
Silliness.
But also happened this week, man. Kyrie signed.
Opt in.
He opted in. He opted in. And then 2 days later, KD said
he opted out.
I'm not gonna be here. What are your thoughts? Like, let's start here. Why did KD choose to request a trade now? Why do you think?
First of all, I hate all this shit. Like, it's all these sources. Like, I'm a regular person. So like, I was just like, hey, KD, come tell us what happened. Like, why we gotta hear it through the media? Like, cause like all this shit sources, so I don't like trying to believe it. Like the first source, the second source. So I don't know.
Especially when you have a platform where you could just come out and tell us.
Yeah, like I listen to your podcast, man. Come on, tell us what's going on. Like you talking about, oh, I don't have no influence over Kyrie's decision, but then like this happened.
Right.
But what was the original question? I'm sorry, I derailed.
Why do you think he chose now to request a trade?
Because if he ain't gonna stand up to Kyrie, if the organization ain't gonna like stand up to the players, like it starts at the top. Like you let the players dictate what coach they had, and
you let them say that we don't need a coach, and you let him.
And that's the thing. Like I'm a fan of Kyrie, but a lot of
absolutely, you're definitely a Kyrie fan. Like
that's my guy.
This is one of your favorite players in the league. No lie.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think he just had enough. Like at some point, you just want to come to work and work just be work. Like because like they play basketball, so like basketball is fun. So he don't want to have too much. He we focus on the business too much. I just want to hoop.
Yeah. At the end of the day.
So like I think
you said it best.
He would be better without all the headlines and stuff like that. Like even when he was in OKC, wasn't no drama. Like they tried to put him and Russ against each other, but like that shit got swept under the rug. Granted, it was OKC, but still, it's like he doesn't like the business of basketball. He just cares about the basketball part of basketball.
Right.
So like I think he just gets sick of like front offices, all that stuff. He just want to hoop.
I think you said it best, where it was like if I'm not gonna stand up to him because he's not I guess an aggressive person, so to speak.
Vocal leader.
He's not the one that's gonna confront you. He's not a confronter,
and he didn't have to do that anywhere he been.
Right.
Russ was at.
Exactly.
Draymond was at.
Exactly. But you saw what happened when it was time to do it. He couldn't do it, and he left.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened with the Warriors. Because remember, when him and Draymond sat down, I was like, so you mean to tell me y'all got into a dispute, and instead of y'all coming together and talking to each other like men to squash it, y'all just let the shit fizzle? Like y'all just let it simmer there and allowed him to leave at the end of the day? Like
man, you notice when Draymond passed you the ball a little too hard, bro. His pass be on point and it hit you in your head that one time. You felt that. Like, come on. Y'all ain't say nothing then.
So it's one of those where like, yeah, I'm not gonna stand up to him, and the organization has already proven that they're going to bend. Yeah, because it's too late now.
Because my thing is like, imagine KD out there throwing hands, like, he throwing first of all, you 7 foot, so you can't really be no bully for real. But like, you need to be the bully on your team. Like, you got to be the best player. Got to do a lot of this, so the rest of the team. But
right.
Like, so that the rest of the team can just like fall in line. Like, let them know, like, hey, I'm the head of this motherfucker, and then y'all know who I am. Like, he doesn't have that. He hasn't had that energy with Kyrie.
Right, I was about to say, and it all happened when that the organization said, yo, we don't want a part-time player. And then they changed their mind and said, you know what, Kyrie, you feel free to come back. It's okay. Mm-hmm. And that's where they lost James Harden. James Harden was like, oh, no. I'm out of here. Y'all tripping. And it sucks to see, like, because at the beginning of last season, we thought that the Brooklyn Nets would have a chance.
And they still do. That's the crazy part.
Right, if everybody was to come
all the
back,
smoke is settled, and they can have a good team because they got a squad.
They got Joe Harris coming back. They got Patty Mills coming back. If they had KD and Kyrie, like, they have a solid team. But it's just like this team was supposed to be one of the greatest teams ever assembled, and to see how terribly wrong it has gone, it is a shame to see, to say the least. You know what I'm saying? Like,
my thing is, like, do you really want last season to be the way you leave Brooklyn? Like, with a 4-0 sweep? Like, y'all didn't win one. Y'all the only playoff team last year that didn't win a game. And you're okay with that?
Right.
You're okay with walking away with, like, not trying to run that back? That's me. Like, we got Kyrie under contract for
at least this next season.
Yeah, this next season. And he wants his money. He's seen the market. Ain't no market.
Right.
So exactly. He got to go out here and ball, get his value up.
Exactly. He got to play.
I got KD for 3+ years.
4
years. Like, I'm not trading no fucking body.
Right. And you did say that. That's why this is so unprecedented, because it's like they don't necessarily have to trade him.
Yeah, and my thing is, like, you 34, bro, 35. Well, you about to be 34. You only got but so many years left in your prime. Do you really want to sit one out? You already sat one out before.
That's fair. But then it looks bad.
I don't care.
On the organization, because it's like, this is how y'all treat y'all star players. Like,
yes, I hold my star players accountable.
No, you don't.
Yes, I'm going to start.
Now you start.
Yes,
okay.
I have to start somewhere. Why not start here with Kevin Durant?
With the best players.
Yes. Sir, what do you want to do? You want to play Brooklyn, or you want to retire? You still top 75. You ain't gonna be top 10. You're top 75 for real. Like, I'm not playing with y'all. Like, this thing.
That's
like,
fair. Like, because you're right. They do.
And it's not like I'm not saying that from like a condescending area. Like, but that's the thing. I'm a black man saying this.
Right.
The owners of these teams don't look like me, so it looks a little different in the light when you say it.
Right.
Play for me or you retire.
It's a little different.
It sounds a little different coming off the tongue. They got a
spice.
They got to fax that. They can't say that out loud.
It's a different type of spice coming from you.
Can't say it out loud.
Where do you think, if they do end up trading KD and Kyrie, where do you think are the best fits for each player?
Dallas.
Let's start with Kyrie. So Dallas.
Yeah, I'm not giving no other team no credit. So Dallas, like Kyrie and Luka on the same team. Kyrie and KD and Luka on the same team. I don't know.
I was like, do you guys have any assets?
You heard what I said.
Picks?
For any of them to be playing in your jersey, you got to sell me your team. if KD go play in your jersey,
right? I
gotta own the team that he playing for.
I gotta own that squad too.
But in all seriousness, like, I think the Suns really have like a trade package that they could possibly put together regarding a lot of picks and players. But sign and trade with DeAndre Ayton, make the money work. But I think the Suns for KD, because that's the thing, KD plays best when he doesn't have to be the point guard.
Right.
So, like, y'all get these dudes, they buckets, and then when I'm ready, just, like, every 5 plays, just give me the ball.
Every 5 plays.
Yeah, like, okay.
Every 5 times down the floor.
Because Gilbert Arenas said it himself. He's like, when I realized they ran plays for players who can't get their own shot. Like so, okay. Yeah, so I'm saying, like, let Chris Paul get everybody else, they 14 points. You got 7 points, okay. Let him dish that out, and then I'll go get my 30 on my own.
Right. We got a comment in the chat. Shout out to DJ Keezy. He said, I feel KD requested a trade because he heard Kyrie can be traded, and Brooklyn refuses to commit long-term to Kyrie. It's a good point. And it showed that they didn't offer him an extension.
Loyalty.
They saw what happened this last season. They do not want to repeat.
And not going back to your job because they won't sign your best friend back as like, oh, y'all want my friend? Then y'all don't want me neither. Like,
and y'all don't want me either.
That's what it sounds like until these grown men talk about like that's thing. Like that's why I'm like,
that's fair. And they always talking about screaming new media this, new media that. But y'all
got
shit.
media. Say what's going on there? Like, why are we still hearing these? Oh, the sources say somebody close to the situation says, like, no. What did Kyrie say?
Facts.
What did KD say? What did Kevin?
Y'all quick to come out and respond when people got something negative to say. No, let's talk to us about what's really going on.
Right.
How did you feel when Kyrie chose not to get the vaccine and couldn't play all them games? And why are you choosing to ask for a trade?
I believe him saying he wasn't mad. Like, I believe that. But I want to know why you requesting a trade.
Right. Did you
really request a trade? And why did you call the owner and request a trade?
Why didn't you ask the GM for the trade?
Yeah, like these are questions that need answers.
What teams are on your short list?
Kevin. Let's go back to Brooklyn.
It's one of those things. But I do think the best fit for Kyrie, and I don't care if y'all kill me, it's the Lakers. Like we have I guess the best trade package, so to speak. We could trade. We got one contract that makes it work. It's an expiring contract, so it's an incentive for you, and we'll give you a draft pick or two. Like, why not?
Or 3.
Nah, I think 2 is the max, man. You can't handicap us for 3, bro.
not for Kyrie.
Not for Kyrie, man, who might not even resign. You know what I'm saying? Like, still an expiring contract.
And that's another thing. Like, the Nets, they already seen, like, they ain't gonna get nothing for Kyrie if they try to trade him. Because they already
not much. The Lakers the only one that want him.
Right. So, like, you can negotiate with the Lakers, or you can buy him out.
Right. Which one you want?
Or you can just play the season, which I would do. Like, if I'm, let him be balling by.
Well, yeah, because he didn't request a trade, so
yeah,
he opted in for this season.
Yeah, he ready to play. Him, like I'm running it back with KD, Ben Simmons, if he's healthy, and Kyrie.
He better be healthy.
Yeah, like, bro, you've been out 2 years, 2.5 now.
You better be ready. What's the best fit for KD? Oh, you said the Suns.
I said
the Suns. I think if Denver can create a trade package built around
Michael
MPJ,
Porter.
Shit, even if they want Jamal Murray, to be honest, I might be willing to ship him if I could keep KD and Jokic and the Joker together. That could be something that is really interesting to watch.
Yeah,
because Jokic is such a great passer, and then you get KD, who's great cutting and slashing and moving without the ball. That could be poetry in motion, man. Like, to see those two be able to play together.
Right. I can see that.
That could be amazing. And the absurd one for me would be somehow the Lakers end up getting KD and Kyrie together.
Get rid of Westbrook and AD and
right
and Max Christie and
THT
and what's Austin Reeves, all that shit.
Send all that,
all that shit
plus 8 picks, and
we could trade one of the Bus brothers.
Whatever you want, man. You want the 300 section in crypto?
For real.
You can have that too. You know what I'm saying? Like, take it all.
But, bro, KD, Kyrie, and LeBron on the same team would be unnecessarily entertaining.
Entertaining, and it would definitely still be a lot of drama.
Oh yeah, it'll bring back like that first year in Miami where every game is a playoff. Like it
will be drama though, because it's like, yo, who's the leader? Kyrie still thinks that he's a leader. LeBron thinks he's a leader or knows he's the leader. Then you got KD who just want to play basketball. Like,
I don't know what they got going on. I'm just here to hoop.
I don't know what they got going on.
I'm just here to hoop.
But even if the Lakers were to pick up Kyrie, like, let's say that, man, the issues that run with the Lakers are still deep.
Yeah, it ain't
like Kyrie is not just gonna fix everything. The Lakers still do not play well enough defense to win a championship.
All right,
they do not shoot the 3-pointer well enough to win a championship.
Yeah, Kyrie would help that.
Definitely. He would definitely help.
And Westbrook would help that too.
getting rid of Westbrook. What up?
Hey, you need some threes.
Addition by subtraction.
Hey, sometimes it's how it is, man.
You're right, man. What do you?
Yeah, I went out and signed Juan to scout on him. Oh
Yeah, they picked up some players. You know what I'm saying? Made a couple moves here and there. LeBron chose not to re-sign or not to extend his contract this summer.
Sign and trade. No.
The thing with LeBron is I think that LeBron is going to finish his contract with the Lakers. He may sign for one more year. And then I think the Cavs are going to draft Bronny. And LeBron's going to go and spend his last year in Cleveland and do his farewell tour in Cleveland with Bronny on this.
You got the sound effect?
Which one is that?
There we go. Felix Stradamus.
Right.
Bad bitch Stradamus.
So let me say it again. LeBron is going to play one more year with the Lakers. Cleveland is going to draft Bronny, and LeBron is going to go to Cleveland and finish his last season in Cleveland with Bronny James. He's going to get his farewell tour in Cleveland. Book it.
That's messed up.
July 3rd, 2022. Why is that messed up?
Because what if Bryce is nicer than Bronny, though? Like, bro, you waited to go play with him, and then Bryce come out after him and be hard, go bust him up. Like LaMelo,
hey, but that's how he ain't got no time, bro.
LaMelo Alonzo, go bust him up. Hold on.
He ain't got that kind of time, man.
Come here, big bro.
To be waiting on Bryce.
Daddy wants to play with you. Now I'm playing with you. Come here.
He ain't got time to be waiting on Bryce, man. That's all.
Should have came early. Should have went faster.
It's the We Don't Make the Rules podcast, brought to you by Papa John's. Story number 4904. Something happened last week. As soon as we stopped recording, and I hate when this happens.
As always.
As soon as we stopped recording, something juicy happened. And last week, as soon as we stopped recording, man, Draymond Green and Kendrick Perkins got into it, man. Draymond called Kendrick Perkins a coon on his podcast. He said, "How do you go from enforcer to coon? Makes no sense." And Kendrick Perkins came back and lit his ass up.
I'm not having it.
Yo, he cussed that man out.
Oh, yeah.
Like, legit.
He gave him a TED Talk. TED Talk for the ages. He said, "Come here, boy."
He said, "Yo, who the fuck you think you talking to?"
He said, "You and all the OGs know you wouldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight.
Just because you doing it the way you doing it, and I'm not doing it the way you doing it.
You want me to do it."
Right. And I mean, Draymond was wrong. You shouldn't be calling another black man a coon unless they're doing coonish behavior. Cough, cough, Clarence Thomas. But it's one of those situations where I've heard that he's come back and apologized since then. But it shouldn't have never got to that point. You know what I'm saying?
I think he just got intoxicated with the moment of being the winner. And
that's fair.
He's just, that's the thing. He's just being louder than everybody. So he's just making all these statements. I don't think he stopped talking since they won. He was talking while they was trying to win. So that's the thing. When you talk so much, sometimes you have to walk some shit back. It's
you gonna say some shit you don't mean.
You say everything and then oh, I didn't mean to say that. Let me go ahead and handle that. And as a man, as long as you can, as long as you can own that, you'll be okay.
Right. Let me go into the chat right quick. DJ Keezy said, "Stop saying the Suns. Brooklyn wants Booker in return. Brooklyn can kiss their ass.
Really?
They are not sending you Devin Booker, bro. Ain't no way. Ain't no how.
No way. No how. Ain't that Rob Parker?
They say you can suck my dick from the back."
Wow.
I'm talking about
what they doing out there in Phoenix?
Hell no, man. But yeah, Draymond and Kendrick, man, they was wrong as hell for that, man. It was funny, but
yeah, but that's the thing. I'm glad it just stayed media beef and they ain't meeting up to go fight because a 45-year-old, 40-something-year-old Kendrick Perkins and Draymond, that's an unathletic fight.
Yeah, I don't see that.
That's really just fists.
Just fisticuffs.
Yeah, like no body movement. Like,
oh no, man, they just swinging haymakers.
Oh yeah,
who gonna knock who out first?
It is gonna be a great celebrity fight down the line. So I can't put that in the verses.
It's just one of those things, man, where you can't disrespect people like that. And you always talking about how, people in podcasts and media and old media, so to speak, are always talking reckless and disrespecting players and stuff like that. And here you go doing the same thing. You know what I mean? Especially when they keep talking about this old media and new media stuff, and I haven't seen them really do anything different. Like,
the new media is just players giving you updates in real time. Like, I don't understand. like, okay, you're taking us in the locker room. You can talk about basketball, but it's like, it's not anything newer. It's just your perspective, and like you're allowed to have technology in the locker room.
Right. It's one of those where it's like, yeah, you played in the game, and I just watched the game. So yes, it's going to be a little bit interesting. But and when the season's over, what you gonna talk about?
Right. Because that's the thing. I appreciate your perspective,
Absolutely.
especially after every game.
Absolutely.
But like now, this is the dog days.
Right. It's the dog days of summer, man. What you gonna do?
You gonna talk about your vacations?
Talk about the same shit over and over again, man. But it is what it is, man. So We Don't Make the Rules podcast, brought to you by Papa John's, man. We are going to move on to
all these M's in their bank account.
Going to quick hits, man. First quick hitter. The USFL championship going on right now.
Boo!
Who's winning? Let me double check. Let me see.
Yeah.
Pull this score.
I hope y'all losing.
It is the Birmingham Stallions versus the Philadelphia Stars. They keep showing the same replay. Oh, it's halftime? Is that what that?
Yeah.
Why they keep showing these replays?
20-9, y'all up.
20-9, man.
Boo!
We trying to win a chip, baby. I told you I'm gonna give me a championship this year.
He said, I can't take
by
this
hook or by crook. All right. You know what I'm saying?
He said, I'm gonna get on one of these bandwagons and ride it out.
Talk to me. Especially because we started this as a joke. It's always funny when things like this play out, because we don't take shit serious here, man.
I'm telling you, let this motherfucker have been 3-6. We wouldn't have heard about the USFL 5 weeks ago. Let them would have lost 3. If Beav was running this topic, he would have cut this shit out after the first 4 weeks. His team was 1-3.
He's like, yo, we is not talking about this shit.
We wouldn't have talked about it
more.
We would have cut this shit out. But I hope y'all lose.
Yeah, we beat y'all 3 times last year. I forgot to tell you that last week. 3 times. 1, 2, 3.
It's hard to beat NFL players in the USFL. Like, they're in the wrong league. They're about to go play on Sunday.
Hey, yeah, a lot of our players definitely gonna go straight from the USFL to training camp. Like,
and it was the hometown league team. Like, every game was in Birmingham.
Yeah, but the playoffs is not.
I don't give a fuck. Like, you had home field advantage for 10 weeks, and then you want to move the season to Canton after.
Some of the players did say that though. Like, yo, yeah, say we the home team, but we are not the home team.
Yeah, like this, they sell, the only team they sell at the stadium is the Birmingham team. Like,
that's the only merchandise they got.
That's all they got. They don't even sell nobody else merch. They out here trying to cheat.
The cool thing about it is when they do, if the league comes back for a second year, which they're planning to do, they do plan to move it. So
please.
And give a different team that same type of experience.
Yeah, give somebody else a budget. So, yeah. See what happens. They put the whole budget on the team. Hey, that's why y'all got NFL players.
Bring your ass to New Orleans, see what we do to y'all.
I'm saying something in the water. Y'all out here, y'all gave Birmingham the budget, and look what happened. Put the budget behind New Orleans and see what happened. Ride that wave. Ride the Breakers wave.
We got our coach. Our coach picked his quarterback from college.
That motherfucker.
He got his running back, his fullback from college. He
said, I am not about to go out here and embarrass myself.
In the middle of the season, we went and got Alabama's Bo Scarborough.
Why is he still in shape? Like, he looked like he been dragging, like, he looked like he
scored a touchdown this game, too, in the championship game. Like a 35-yard
He looked like he still be doing, he flipped the wheel, the big
tire?
tractor wheel, the tire. He go go and flip the tire every morning for what?
I believe it.
Why are you still working out like that? You're not playing, and then he's just ready for the USFL all of a sudden.
I believe it. And I mean,
bullshit.
It helps that Birmingham, Alabama, and he played for Alabama. Like,
it's bullshit.
He brought out more fans.
He was probably working at Alabama.
More fans.
He was in their running back room. Yo, hey, they gotta cut this shit out.
Hey, it's the third quarter.
You motherfuckers got some explaining to do. Y'all, this shit was rigged for this. They about to win the championship.
Hey man, we're gonna see, man. You gotta play the full game, right? 30 minutes left
against NFL players.
Hey man, that's beside the point.
I don't care. They could have signed them. They just didn't have a budget.
Exactly. That's besides the point. All right. Everybody makes the same amount.
Hell no.
Everybody got a draft.
Nah, somebody getting paid under the table.
But we don't make the rules podcast brought to you by Papa John's. Next quick hitter, Bobby Bonilla Day. Do you know about this day, Dre?
Yes, sir. I wish I was him. Bobby
Bonilla gets paid July 1st until the year 2035.
35, bro.
$1.19 million from the New York Mets. He ain't played a game since 2001. And he's still getting paid because of deferred payments. They decided to defer payments because they were a part of some investment plan that they thought they was going to make big money off of. And it didn't pan out that way. So now they got to pay this man $1 million every July 1st, man. And I am happy for him.
Bitch, I'm the man. Right? Bitch, I'm the man. Bitch, I'm the man. Bro, I would never, like, what?
I love
never have to work again.
Absolutely.
He the real NBA young boy. Never broke again. You hear me?
Exactly, man. So we don't make the rules podcast brought to you by Papa John's, store number 4904. When we get back, man, we will continue to go through these quick hits, and then we'll get into rule breakers, all right? So you keep it locked right there.
Take that.
And we're back. It's the We Don't Make the Rules podcast, brought to you by Papa John's, store number 49.
4904, brother. 4904.
Hey man, I got this little
man.
buzzball thing.
You ain't just drinking lemonade over here. I'm like, hold on.
Don't worry about what's over here, bro.
That man over
here.
That man hand moving in different directions.
But before we went to break, we were in quick hitters. Mm-hmm. And news came out this week. News came out this week that USC and UCLA are leaving the Pac-12.
You know how sticky it gets.
You know how sticky it gets. And they're
and
moving.
We staying at the Ritz. And we paying all the bits. And we getting all the Ritz.
Ooh, crackers.
Follow them.
So they're going to the Big Ten, man. And, how do you feel about them moving to the Big Ten, man?
Oh, man. So can we please stop acting like college sports is all about the student athlete? They acting like they going to go play sports after they go to lab.
Well, at this point, we already know it's
right.
Not.
Follow the money,
it's
man.
Money, and they want a chance to make the playoff.
Yeah, they want to put the West Coast back on the map. They said, all right, Pac-12, y'all not it. We got Colorado and
Utah,
like all these, like y'all got good
and
jerseys.
Arizona,
y'all got cool jerseys. Arizona State, but y'all ain't got no clout. Y'all name don't hold no weight. We got to go beat Ohio State to get in. We got to go take their spot. Take Michigan's spot.
And at first, it made no sense because college football has always been regional. Mm-hmm. But then when you start to dig deeper,
with technology,
the playoff, wanting to, like you said, put the West Coast back on the map. How often do you hear people from the East Coast say, "I don't watch the West Coast football. Like I don't watch the Pac-12 and After Dark."
Who the hell is watching Cal versus Utah?
It's a 10:30 start. I'm not doing that on a Saturday night. I'm outside drinking with my friends. Like
Cal versus Stanford.
They're not watching it.
Alabama.
So you have to put yourself in position to be seen.
Yeah, you got to put yourself in front of their eyes
to be seen. Now it's gonna suck because or it'll rekindle some new blood, so to speak, because the Pac-10, the Pac-12 and the Big Ten have some relationships. USC, Ohio State is always a big deal.
Of course.
USC, Michigan.
USC versus anybody is a big deal now, especially now. Lincoln Riley.
But it's one of those things where it's going to be interesting to see how they fare, because you're going to have games where you're going to go all the way to New Jersey. Like you're going to play Rutgers, where you have to, as a student athlete, you still got to do your work. And it's not like USC is some easy ass school to go to, or UCLA is some easy ass school to go to.
I don't care what filler classes you taking.
Right, they have a rigorous curriculum. Like the shit, you're not about to just skate through that. So now you got to get up. You probably gonna leave on Thursdays instead of Fridays to go all the way across the country.
My thing is like it's not even just like football. Like the softball teams.
Yeah,
the baseball teams that ain't like
track and field.
You gonna be out there for like 2 weeks going to go play like three different schools before you come back.
Basketball, like it's rough. It's gonna be rough on those kids, man. That's probably the only bad part about it. But
treating them like professionals, and then you wondering why you like. Yeah, I'm gonna get in the portal because I'm about to go because they treat them like professionals, but I'm getting paid like one.
I'm about to say, hey, the transfer portal ain't nothing but free agency.
For real.
Okay,
and clearly the schools are in the transfer portal too. God damn it! They said, "Oh, kids can do it. We can do it too."
Exactly.
They said, "Okay, y'all gonna go where the money at? We gonna go where the money at."
And that money about to grow because having USC and UCLA come to the Big Ten.
Hey, this instrumental is just like it's perfect right now.
Focus with columns.
Follow the money. Follow the money. Yeah, follow the money.
It's gonna be interesting to see what happens, man. I guess it's cool that USC and UCLA are going together, so that way they can keep that rivalry going. But it's still, we have to wait and see. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna be fun to see USC in the playoffs,
especially because the Big Ten and the Pac-12 came together in that coalition with the Big 12 and say, "Yo," or the ACC and say, "Yo, we're not gonna poach teams from each other's conferences." And 6 months later, here we are. They don't give a damn about none of that.
Hey, man.
But moving on to the next,
follow the money.
Right, moving on to the next rule break. Quick hitter. Sorry, Sparks earned their 500th win.
That's
man.
a lot of winning.
Shout out to them, man.
I've been doing this a long time.
Shout out to them, man. That's a big deal, dude. Like for them to win 500 games, be the first WNBA team to win 500. That's huge.
That's for sure. Like
speaks to their legacy.
Yeah, you winning.
Speaks to their legacy. All the great players that they've had come through that program over the years. Nothing less than stellar.
Right, and to be on that team and be a part of history, it probably just feels amazing.
Next rule breaker. Why do I keep saying rule breaker?
Because you drunk. Like, I'm trying to tell you, like, hey, you want me to get this? I got this. Tell me get him, I got him. Like,
next quick hitter. Did you see Brett Favre's comments on Devontae Adams?
Yeah, I see everything Green Bay.
So Brett Favre came out and said, "Yo, Devontae Adams is cool, but he ain't like that." His new quarterback ain't like that either.
I can see it. His Derek Carr ain't like that,
but he's not terrible.
Yeah.
And you give him a weapon like Devontae Adams, I think Devontae will keep that same type of production. You agree with what Brett Favre is saying, is what you're saying.
Well,
you expect his numbers to go down?
I think he's being a realist, like with that, and then Darren Waller is going to be getting a lot of catches too, and Renfro and stuff like that. So naturally, when you have more weapons, your numbers are going to dip. You're not going to have 117 catches.
So it's not so much that Derek Carr is bad.
Yeah,
it's that Derek Carr has legit other options.
It's the law of averages. He's pretty much saying Devontae's last season or the field, and he's like, I don't expect for him to have that same production with this quarterback. So
how do you expect Aaron Rodgers to have the same production without Devontae?
Because
Adams?
Aaron Rodgers did it before him.
Oh my god! He ain't had Tay.
He had Greg Jennings. He had Jordy Nelson. Come on, bro. We had 3,000-yard receivers in one season. I don't want to hear that.
They're not Devontae, and it was at the same time. Now there's none of them.
Yeah, and Alan Lazard.
So how do you?
Alan Lazard.
I ain't about to go through this with you. We're gonna fight.
And Sammy Watkins.
Because I don't like how you.
And Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones, yes.
AJ Dillon.
Absolutely.
We're gonna do
AJ Dillon, absolutely. But I'm not sold on those receivers yet.
You don't have to be. We got to pay him. You don't.
You said Sammy Watkins, boy. Sammy ain't been a number one in 10 years since he got drafted. He ain't been a number one. What?
First of all, he won a championship with the Chiefs.
What that mean?
How
many catches he had in the Super Bowl?
He's a winner.
He's a winner. How many catches he had in that Super Bowl? I think he had one.
Hey,
that's
one more to you.
That's one more to me.
That's one more to you, cuz. Shit. Dang, get off our roster, guys. On the set, how many you talking? What's happening? But yeah, I just think.
Let me go in the chat real quick. DJ Keezy in the chat said, I like the move for USC because we finally get to play high competition, especially with the number of recruits we're getting. Absolutely, man.
The money, man, the Fox deal. Fox is out here trying to buy the market. Okay?
Absolutely. But what were you about to say real quick?
Oh, well, like I said, he don't expect for him to have the same season he had last season. So I think that's more so what he was trying to say.
Understandable. Now what happens if he does? And then you just like, I was wrong.
Then you're wrong. Hey, that's the thing about doing this sports media shit. You're going to be wrong a lot. So, hey,
what it is.
I'll take a shot.
You mad because I'm willing to say what you don't want to say. Right. You're too scared to say.
If I was wrong,
right. Water down my back.
Right.
It ain't like I was
as long as I'm not disrespectful with my wrong.
Absolutely.
Like, man, Devontae Adams, sorry, he only got 30 catches for 200 yards next season. Now you talking crazy.
But that's why I thought it was disrespectful, because he was making it seem like Derek Carr was ass and Devontae not gonna have 1,000 yards this year. Like,
oh shit. Break a leg, Derek Carr.
Next quick hitter, man.
Hit the no. Yeah, break a leg.
Oh, you don't really want him to break a leg.
No.
Next quick hitter, man.
Hit the shit, man.
Adesanya defends his title for the 5th time, man. Shout out to him.
Oh, yeah.
The fight wasn't. I mean, if you enjoy technical fights, then it was definitely for you,
bro.
I watched UFC to see somebody get knocked out or choked.
Exactly. I watch combat sports for combat.
Yeah.
I don't want to see you dance around no ring. Y'all got 5 minutes to get this shit over because I'm trying to see somebody face hit the pavement.
Right, exactly.
Hit the mat.
It was definitely a technical fight. So for that reason and that reason alone, I thought it was kind of boring.
Yeah. But the fight before that, though, the Volkanovski versus Max Holloway fight, no, that was good.
I think I seen
parts
of that.
Yeah, but
somebody was leaking. Beat up, right?
Oh my god,
somebody was beat up right here in their forehead.
Yeah, he had that cut, like, and it was just gushing blood. Like they were trying to stop it between rounds, they couldn't do it. It was just like as soon as they sent him back out there, like it was like special effects. It was bad. He was bleeding on the other dude.
Golly, man, that's sick.
But that was a good fight. Like he hit him with a cool left, split his shit. I was like, oh, now that's fighting. Yeah. I like those kind of fights. I want some blood.
With the Adesanya fight, I couldn't even catch the. They were getting their hits in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They was
when you see a slow mo,
right? And that's when I caught it.
I love the slow mo.
When they started slowing it down, I was like, "Oh, he did."
You don't even see it because a lot of these punches are really fast.
It's moving so fast, bro. But yeah, like I said, I watch UFC to see somebody
get
knocked out, choked out till they go to sleep.
Right, you want to see the flying knees,
right? Somebody break somebody's arm, like.
It was also another fight. I think. What fight was that? But he like they landed double kicks, but the dude fell and then he punched him 2 times in the face and it was over with.
It's a wrap.
Oh yeah, it was bad. I was like, yeesh.
Night.
Yeah, it was over with.
And that I think has been quick hits, man, for today. Where am I? So what you been watching, man?
P Valley. I'm in the Valley, dog.
Every time I watch P Valley and the opening credit, I forget that P stands for pussy.
He said, "Oh, they pushing P."
Right, I'll be forgetting. What'd you think of the seasons thus far?
It's all over the place a lot. This past episode that I watched today before I came in was all over the place.
Are you up to date?
Yeah.
Okay. What you think about old girl fucking his wife?
Oh man,
she a mistress, but she fucking both of them now. Like
she living.
She better stack that money, man.
Bro, get paid.
Get that church
back. Get paid, y'all nigga. Get paid.
Get that church back. I'm trying to find that car wash.
You said, hey, can we go on lockdown one more time?
Please.
I need to see something.
I'm trying to find that car wash.
I need to see something. Hey, the worst part of this season was when Buddy came home early from being on the road and his wife in there giving up the Gawk 3000.
And it's sick because, you know, she was technically getting her get back. You know what I mean? Because he cheated on her first. But she ain't know that.
Hey, she wasn't hurting from that. She was hurting because he wasn't there.
Right. That's cold.
Yeah, so and then her first thing after she get up. You hear that? Where's your mask?
Cause you put your mask on, bitch. I'll slap the shit out you.
I'll kill everybody in this motherfucker.
Put your mask on.
You don't have your mask on.
You weren't worried about no mask. Just
you ain't have no mask on.
Right, what you talking about? Well, he works at the hospital. Girl, you out here trying to make sense.
I'm finna work at the hospital because I'm about to be surgical in this motherfucker, Jack.
I'm not trying to hear that. I'm not trying to hear that at all. Like,
do not ask about no mask. Because I'm about to put the mask on and whoop your ass. Sorry, no violence against women, but hey, that ain't a woman.
This is fictional. This is fictional, all right?
This is a movie. This is a show. So we can talk about fictional violence.
I'm still watching Shameless, bro. That show is so funny, bro.
Man, I used to watch that like back. So
it's so funny. I'm almost done. I'm on season 8.
Carl was my favorite character.
Carl is hilarious. To see his transformation from
he went rags to riches to bitches. Like he tried
racist,
then he was in the hood, like he had the cornrows.
Right. So funny, man. I'm going to go watch that Bad Boys documentary from it was on Apple TV first, and now they put it on they put it on Netflix. I'm gonna go watch that. What else you been watching?
Plan on seeing the Buzz Lightyear movie. That and the Minions, you know, I got the kids.
Did you see the TikTok about that where they blew my mind with this? They said you're gonna watching the Buzz Lightyear movie. You're gonna watch the same movie that Andy watched, which is why he was so in love with Buzz, and he went to go get the Buzz Lightyear toy. And I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, and then on top of that, like my kids, Kennedy was like, oh, what? Why doesn't Woody have his own movie? I said he got Toy Story 2. They showed you everything that he was supposed to be. He was in the show.
Right. That was
the
his
main
movie.
character. That was his movie.
Yeah, that's
and
fair.
then 3 and 4 is just them following his ass around, trying to figure out where they gonna live.
I was like, technically, Toy Story 1 was all about him too. Like,
jealous white man.
He's trying to keep his spot.
Trying to keep his jealous white man trying to keep his kid.
Exactly, man. But let me see something. With that being said, I think it is that time for rule breakers.
But what you Hey, here we go.
First rule breaker, man. The Phoenix Mercury team, social media team, and the head coach. Did you see this?
As a staff record label and the motherfucking crew.
All of y'all step up to the front, please.
Come here.
The Phoenix Mercury put out a clip of Skylar Diggins-Smith has been named to the WNBA All-Star team. Shout out to her.
Shout out.
Having a great season. They asked one of her teammates is Diana Taurasi. They asked the head coach, how does she feel about Diana not making the All-Star team this year? And the head coach proceeded to say, it's gonna be a basketball game played in Chicago, which is supposed to be the All-Star game, but it's not gonna be an All-Star game because Diana Taurasi will not be playing in it. And the Phoenix Mercury social media team thought it was a good idea to chop that clip up and put it on social media. For what? Who knows? Because you didn't have to do that. And I don't blame Skylar Diggins-Smith for commenting, and she called her a clown. Like, immediately called her a clown after she saw that post. And I'm just like, what'd you expect to happen? Like, did you forget that you have an all-star player on your squad? Like, you just going to disregard the fact that she made it?
Yeah.
All the hard work that she put in? What sense does that make?
And she going to be there after Mr. Taurasi decides she want to stop playing basketball.
Absolutely.
Like, bruh, come on. You don't have to disrespect one to uplift the other. You could have just said, I'm disappointed with her non-selection, but I'm actually like very ecstatic for my one player that did make it.
I'm excited for Skylar.
Let her go hold it down for the team then, for the home team. But like out there saying like, oh, it's not an all-star game because this player didn't make it it's not just a discredit to Skylar, it's a discredit to the rest of the league. Like the rest of these players made it and they didn't do nothing to you.
It's a disregard to your coaching too, because you're coaching an all-star player and you just gonna disregard that? Like it's a slap in her face.
Yeah, you gotta do better.
Like I've been putting in work for years to try and get this.
All right.
And I finally get it again. And
all right, this ain't my first rodeo, but like, hey, come on.
And I could get fans saying that. I could get maybe other teams saying it, other players maybe saying it. But for my own team to come out and say, my coach, who I work with closely every day, to come out and say, yo, it's not an all-star game because
who entrusts me to go out there and be an all-star caliber player.
Come on, man.
Like you give me the ball to go be all-star, and then I go be all-star, and you saying all-star ain't all-star because my teammate ain't make it?
Come on, man. What sense does that make, bro? That's ridiculous. So, yes, you're a rule breaker, Phoenix Mercury, and the Phoenix Mercury social media team. Equally. I don't know who gets more credit because y'all both tripping. Next rule breaker. Nigerian official who did you hear about this?
Oh, yeah.
So it's a Nigerian official who was being asked about missing funds, and he acted like you all right? You good? He pretended to pass out and faint.
Oh, give me some water.
He pretended to faint. I'm gonna start doing that when somebody asks me something that I'm guilty of and I don't know how I have an answer. I'm gonna just pass out. Robert gonna be like, "Hey, what happened to that last piece of pizza?" Hey, did you eat the last piece of?
Shit, when the kids come out, Daddy, why we ain't got no fruit snacks?
Felix, why you leave the toilet seat up? I'm joking, y'all. I don't leave.
Why ain't no gas in the car? Shit.
So, I'm just kidding, y'all. I don't leave the toilet seat up.
Ask the government. He out here letting her splash her booty, cuz.
Hell no, man.
Bloop.
Nah, that's sick though. Like for you to be asked questions, you're a politician. You're supposed to answer for this. You're supposed to have you're supposed to have answers ready, prepared. And your ass gonna pass out.
He said they didn't put this on the script.
You fake as hell for that.
He said, "Nah, y'all fake as hell. Y'all gonna put this. Y'all setting me up out here.
Y'all ain't telling me y'all was gonna ask me
and
this."
then you seen the whole team try to get him right.
Right, they was opening this about.
They trying to make sure he's straight.
I was like, "Oh, y'all in on this too, huh?"
Oh yeah. All of Nigeria, like, hey, get him.
Right.
We cannot be found out.
Do not let him leave.
We cannot be found out.
Do not let them take him to the hospital.
Escort him out.
Right. Do not let him take him to the hospital.
Escort him back to our country.
Hell no, man.
So finna start using that though. Can't nobody do nothing after that.
Next rule breaker. The We Don't Make Rules podcast brought to you by Papa John's. Next rule breaker. Diddy, man, he pledged $1 million to Howard and to Jackson State, man. Shout out to him for that. It's a rule breaker because yes, he did not have to send this money, but I need Howard to do better with these donations, man. I don't know what the fuck they be doing with this money. Everybody always donates money to Howard, and yet their students are out.
How are y'all still broke?
Bruh.
They probably be passing out at these
students got mold in their dorms. They got students living in tents on the yard. Like, it's ridiculous, man.
Hey, why the dorm still got mold?
They passing out too.
What happened to that million Diddy sent?
See, look, exactly, man.
They out here passing out and passing the buck, okay?
Exactly, man. So I pray that they do so much better with these funds that's coming out that Diddy has pledged to them.
Yeah, these are new funds.
I haven't heard anything bad about Jackson
Follow that
State.
million, okay?
Right.
We go follow that million.
Exactly, and he gave $1 million to Jackson State because of Deion Sanders. So that's cool. That's gonna be cool to see what they do with that. Because our players should play for us, in his words. That's what he said. Those were his quotes.
We play for us all the way up until we go to college,
right?
Because we playing in the inner cities, we're traveling, playing other inner cities, and then when we make it big, then we finally got these other coaches, these other institutions that don't represent us. That got to stop. Like if we already pipelining our kids all the way through high school, why not keep it going?
Right, they come to the inner city and poach them and show them something.
I don't even like that because it sounds like animals,
right.
Like poaching kids. Like you come recruit. I apologize. Recruit.
They come recruit them. They take them, and I mean it's all about resources, right? Yeah. At the end of the day, so a 17-year-old kid who ain't never had shit, you show him something. You show him a little bit of something.
Show him some cool jerseys.
And he
tell their mama he gonna make it to the league, even if he don't.
He's gonna be excited. You know what I'm saying? And parents,
the school gonna win a bunch of games, and they gonna make a lot of money.
The parents get excited too. Like, oh, I don't have to pay for nothing, and he's going to get a quality education. Perfect. He or she is gonna get a quality education. Like, oh snap! I would love that. No problem. Sign them up. Like, with no issues. Last rule breaker, man. Free BG, man. Brittany Griner. This has become a power struggle in the sense it's such a fiasco. They're just making a mockery of this. She should not be facing 10 years for a weed pen or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it should not be happening like that. And to see what's going on and how the government even blew it, where she was supposed to have a phone call with her wife, but she ended up not having a phone call because nobody was in the office during that weekend to set it up to make sure it happened, to make sure the call went through. And it's just like, come on, man. We got to do so much better.
Like, go get this black woman, please.
Got to do so much better, man.
Because that's the thing. Like, there's no reason why this black woman, this mother, this wife this woman should be wrongfully detained overseas for this long. Like, it's been since February.
Right.
Like, I feel like if it was like, even if it was just another man, if it was a man, I feel like we would have
heard more about it.
If they had Giannis over there.
Right. Or if it was a white woman. Like, let's be honest. If it was a white woman, we probably would have heard more. She would be home by now.
Yeah, Diana Taurasi.
We've seen it. We know this is happening. So,
like, if it was Kim Kardashian, we would have got him back already.
Right. At the end of the day, man, free BG, man. And with that being said, man,
protect black women at all times.
It's the We Don't Make the Rules podcast brought to you by Papa John's, man. We're going to end this on a high note, all right? Be sure to follow Papa John's store number 4904 on Instagram at Papa John's 4904. Okay, be sure to use the code PJ Rules for a 30% discount. And make sure you hit up our people at Cobb Phillips and Associates, okay, for all of your accounting needs. Hit them up at info@cobbphillips.com or www.cobbphillips.com. All right. Follow the podcast on Instagram and Twitter at WDMTR pod. And follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Felix_Reyes Jr. Mr. BB, that's me and Dre. Where can they find you?
You can find me at Made It Look Easy _. Fuck with me, and I'm gonna fuck with y'all back. And we got Beav.
Where can they find Beav? You can find him. Leave it to Beav 31.
Why?
Because he is that shooter. All right.
Yes,
so
sir.
Be sure, man, to follow us all on social media. Right, exactly, man. And we appreciate y'all, man, for our continued support, man. We really, truly do appreciate y'all. We're 104 episodes in, man. And with that being said, man, we'll see y'all next week.
Lifetime to go. Let's go.
We got so much more to go.
When you do what it takes, you can never lose.
Hey guys, let's get into this new fashion streetwear called Lucrative.